newest acquisition we're going to talk about a little bit. Got a touch screen in today, but I can't replace it because the guy said it was 9.4 inch, but it's actually 8.4. Anyway, back on this. This is a 1994 NEC Versa M75 4060X2 75 megahertz. As you can see, I've been meddling with the multi-boot config again. I use creeping net because it runs out of error, runs out of memory, and gives me an error on the other config. But the main focus on at least this video clip that I'm making here, they'll probably edit it all together later, is a little device known as the Commpac Words Plus, which is a speech synthesizer unit, which is the thing that was originally velcroed under here, but I have since removed it. Right now it's taking its time pulling up stuff. So this speech synthesizer unit is made, I'm guessing mid-90s, maybe a little bit before. It looks like a darn prototype. I mean, the enclosure here literally looks like something I would have gotten at like Fry's Electronics around that time. Colored knob. This is the power switch to turn it on.
Welcome to Multivoice version 1.28.
Says that when you power it on. Right here is for a charger. This originally had like a NiCad battery in it. I don't know how long the life would be. Anyway, I'm going to log into Windows for Workgroups 3.11 because I have this thing tethered to the same phone that I'm videoing on. Anyway, the Commpac Words also has speaker, earphone. Here's the brand name on it. And the power, I added this power plug right here. It's old school Atari 2600 style one. I've been finding it runs anywhere between 5 to 12 volts. Looking in the back here, which is going to be a very tricky proposition, we can see it uses the parallel port for some of the stuff. I haven't quite figured out what it uses the parallel port for. It's got a serial port on its own on the back, a printer port, I'm guessing a pass-through. Two things for switches here, which I have no idea what the heck they do. Apparently it was part of LSU Medical Center. And over here is the Commpac Words Plus System 2000 thing. And then there's a serial number, I think, down there. Let's see if we can get a good look at that. And it runs all the way into this modified socket I/O PCMCIA adapter right above my Cisco AeroNet LMC352 Wi-Fi card. The computer has its original 220 megabyte hard drive in it with double space. Normally I use it with this beat up looking 80 gig drive. I'm planning to get it paid a solid state drive before too long. I'll talk a little bit more about the computer too. So this is an NEC Versa M75. I have two Versas. I have this one and then I have a 40EC. This is like the later version. It has two smart batteries in it. It didn't come with the floppy drive. So you can see there's battery number 2 is trying to charge, but it's completely shorted out, so it won't. Battery 1 holds a bit of a charge, but it doesn't really work very well. Of course, it's a Active Matrix TFT 640 by 480 LCD, and you can tell because it has just the one brightness control on the side, and that's it. And it's running its original config, well, sort of. Originally, this came actually as part of a Commpac Words System 2000 set. The thing with these Versas is you could undo two clips back here and flip the screen around. And this one, something you can tell with the Versas, there's a etched bezel on this side of the screen that this computer has, and my other one, my 40EC, doesn't. I've noticed all these with touch have this on there. There's also a port on the side for a stylus, so you could actually use a pen for touch with it. Originally it had a 3M Micro Touch Revision 2.2 digitizer over the top of the screen. That was cracked when I bought it. Currently looking around for a replacement. trying to figure that mess out. It's 5-wire, it's surface capacitive touch, so it has the little L's in each corner of the screen for each sensor, and then another loop under here that goes to the green center pin. But this isn't about touch screens, this is about Commpac words.
Welcome to Multivoice version 1.28.
So if you want to sound like Stephen Hawking, or really like messing around with cool tech like this, like me, this is quite an effective little piece of equipment. Now let's look up here. So one of the first applications we'll talk about is talking screen up here. So double click on that. And this computer I upgraded, it actually has Windows for Workgroups 3.11 on it, not Windows 3.1, which is what it originally came with, because I'm using networking on this. Yeah, it's internet connected. So you can see it takes a while to load. It requires 256 colors, that's why I had to drop it back down. I usually run everything at 24-bit true color on this drive, although I might drop it back down because, well, games and this. I've backed up this whole hard drive, I've backed up the apps. I'm thinking I'm probably going to put them for download somewhere, but I'm having a lot of trouble with sharing or publishing files with Google Drive, so I'm kind of looking for a new file host. So this first thing is talking screen for Windows. I haven't quite figured it out yet. So like you're able to basically, it looks like you're able to pick from basic activities. So say you hit eat, and you say, maybe you want to eat a pizza. It's supposed to actually, I think, say those things. So we'll try it out if I can get it to initialize voice. Let's see if I can get both voices working here. So both voices are on COM2, which is the socket I/O card in there that had its dongle ripped out and this lovely little COM port style ribbon cable put in. The initialization process for voice menu, and I had to figure this all out on my own because I can't find any documents for the Words Plus System 2000 anywhere. This is for the user voice, which I assume is for the voice of the person who's using this to do augmented speech. And then this is like the feedback voice, which I guess is a voice that talks back to you. I haven't quite figured it all out yet, so some of this might be exploring. Anyway, what we'll do is, say we want to change our voices. Say I want to use EEPROM Ernie sounds good for me. And then we hit initialize. So try several baud rates on the serial port. Usually it lands on 2400. Right now it's trying several. Alright, so I'm going to turn this off. And then I'm going to slip this switch up to 12 volts because it was actually working. I think I might use more than 12 volts. If any of you knows, please leave me a comment because I'm trying to figure this bloody thing out. So we turn it off, turn it back on again.
Welcome to Multivoice version 1.28.
Alright, let's try this again. Let's hit initialize. Oh. Not sure why it's having a problem with this. So let's go back out to DOS. And, geez, this is tricky. Anyway, I had it working last night under this drive. This will end your Windows session, of course. Alright, so the card is somewhere kept in a folder called Socket I/O. So let's go into Socket I/O somewhere. Alright, let's see here. Let's go down here. See, because there's a batch file that's supposed to start it. Start con. start comm actually. So we will hit start comm and see if it works. Card initialized, socket IO enabled. That should allow us to run it. Yep, good old Windows for Workgroups 3.11. I love Windows for Workgroups. It's always been a solid Windows operating environment. I still haven't uploaded my wallpapers yet. Let's take a look around. Right now it's just sitting there waiting. It's trying to connect to my Wi-Fi card on my phone, so... Yeah, I'm okay. I'm making a video. I'll need to remember to edit that out in post. Alright. System 2000. Yeah, so it has the sticker. Right now it's trying really hard. Oh, there we go. Login prompt again. And I'm sure some network administrator somewhere is about to totally get angry at me. Why are you using that on modern Wi-Fi? It's got no security. It's got no TLS or encryption. You're basically wide open to the web. Like, anyone who's stupid enough to waste their time trying to hack into a Windows 3.1 computer in 2020 is totally wasting their time. I mean, really, what are you going to do? What are you going to do with those TPS reports from 1993? I mean, really. I mean, what kind of possible pertinent information could you take from a computer that has had all PI wiped? Especially any of mine, since there's almost nothing private on any of them. I'm like, what, you're gonna steal my Monkey Islands? You're gonna try to pull Ultimate Heist with Ultima 6? You can hear it's trying to go. Oh, there we go. That's kind of interesting. She's putting on music. So let's go under here. Hopefully I don't get copyright strikes for it. And I'm going to go under options. Now, but yeah, you can kind of see a little bit about this program also in the options. You know, it shows you the starting page, which is like the top page of the tree, I'm guessing, for telling people what you need. Select the logo symbol. Oh yeah, and it shows the computer type here too, so you can determine what to use. It appears they were using NEC Versa. I am no ways familiar with the Pegasus or Pegasus Lite at all. I have no clue who made those. And I am very familiar with the Sager 75 and particularly the 95, because I think it was the third and fourth Creeping Net laptops were actually ProStar 9200 and Duracom 511D, which I believe are the same as the Sager 95 or 75 model. I can't remember, because I know Sager is made by Nantan, so is Duracom, Eurocom, and God, Duracom, Eurocom. They also sold some under the Nantan brand. I had a notebook 3500 that looks like the older NEC, or I think it was Sharp 386s, though it was a 486 with SIPs, and it was 33 megahertz with a monochrome screen. But anyway, back to this program. Enough anecdotal stuff. Let's go over here and see if we can get my voices programmed and actually use this thing as it intended. You can hit initialize. $2,400. Alright. Turn multi-voice off, and then back on again, and hit OK. Let's cancel, and let's get out of here before run talking screen. I'm not getting any sound from it yet. You can hear it's trying to do something. but it's not really achieving its purpose. However, let's turn it off and back on again. Off and on again. Try and reinitialize. And then we can try initializing this side. 48, 24. Let's see if we can make some noise. Might have to check it out again. Yeah, so it's a little janky sometimes. Let's see if it does something now. Let's try this again. Oh, come on. This thing is a little janky. Probably need to find a higher voltage power supply. I had it running under 18 at one point, and it kinda sorta did stuff, but it didn't. And now it's suddenly not working.
Welcome to Multivoice version 1.28.
Now it sounds like a Furby. Huh. Anyway, let's see if we can get this one working again on here. And there it goes again. So it like goes out periodically and stops working. I'm guessing it's because it doesn't have enough supply voltage to actually do anything. Let's see if I can make it do something though. I don't know, but if you know the power adapter, or at least how many volts this thing's supposed to take, let me know in the comments, because I'm trying to figure out. Weirdly enough, I couldn't get it to power up off the same power adapter through this charge port, which is really strange. Trying.
Welcome to Multivoice version 1.28. I'm hungry. Let's eat something.
Oh, there it goes.
What I want. How about a large pizza with extra cheese? I'm bored. Let's go somewhere or do something.
Yeah, here we go. Did it just sigh at me?
Can we go to the new McDonald's with the playground?
Sounds like... sounds like product placement.
Let's go to the mall. We both enjoy that.
Alright, let's go back here.
Let's play. I know what we can do.
TV. Didn't any of these kids ever get to play Nintendo or something? Because I don't see video games as an option.
Let's see what's on TV. Let's see what's on TV. I think I'll color in my coloring book for a while. May I call them to come over and play.
Wow. Hey, we're actually getting this to actually work. Alright, let's exit. And we will... Don't save anything and quit. Yes, I want to quit without saving. So that's just one of the programs. I'm guessing what this program, Talking Screen, was for is someone with a speech disability is able to communicate what they want to do or what they're interested in. Of course, this thing has its own set of peculiarities, kind of like Microsoft Sam. My Rafflecopter, swah, 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 swah. Alright. Yeah, and I'm laughing at the synth. I mean, you gotta admit, this is 1990s technology. Easy keys seems to be the biggest deal. When I was doing searches on this thing, I actually kept finding stuff for easy keys. So it's kind of interesting messing around with it. Alright, so... You can do Control M for the menu on this. You have to hold Control M. One. So now we're gonna play around with the Words Plus Commpac System 2000. This is a AAC speech synthesizer module. It looks almost like it's a bloody prototype. I managed fixing it up by taking out the dead NiCad and putting this power adapter in here. It seems to run anywhere between 5 to 12 volts. So far I haven't been able to get it fully stable yet. And the computer it's attached to, which it apparently came with, per the System 2000 logo up at the top, a 1994 NEC Versa M75. It's a 486 DX4 75 megahertz. I put 20 megs of RAM in it. It had 8 to begin with. And the program we're running right now is Words Plus Talking Screen, which doesn't seem to be working very well at the moment. But I think we can fix that. If we go under here, options, alright, cancel. So as you can see, if we go under voice, I made a bunch of clips with this last night. Let's test it out. Let's initialize it. Try several baud rates over the COM port to it's not working at all. So maybe just for a little more info, at risk of repeating myself, I did take this thing apart and actually look around inside of it. It seems very prototype-like in its construction. The board on the left is Digital Equipment Corporation copyrighted board, and the right one looks like something that came out of a floppy drive. It's got all these internal ports, like a 2-row DB15 header, and it's weird. And everything comes out by like IDE and serial port ribbon cables wired up to like standard Rat Shack type connectors. The PCMCIA socket I/O card actually connects to a serial connector that connects to another serial port inside the Words Plus unit, which is really strange. There's several custom EEPROMs, and of course there's a NiCad battery. And strangely, it isn't powered by the port marked charge in the front whatsoever. I tried charging it and it didn't work, so I ended up lopping off the battery's connector and wiring it to a 1/8 inch monophono jack and putting it through a hole that was already pre-drilled in the front. Kind of amazing, but that actually works. And now time for some clips of this madness.
Code 3, serial parameter set. Rubber ducky, you're the one who made bad time lots of fun. Rubber ducky, you're the one who made bad time lots of fun.
Watch out where the
huskies go and don't you eat that yellow snow.
Pirate Roberts, I have come for your souls. There will be no more Serbiers.
Welcome to Multiverse version 1.28. What's the matter, Charlie Brown? What's the matter, Charlie Brown?
Let's try some Loverboy. It didn't work very well.
Welcome to Multiverse version 1.2a. Serial parameters set. A. Welcome to Multiverse version 1.2a. Serial parameters set. I can't promise you furs and diamonds. I got no Rolls Royce, and you knows it's a good day if I give you any choice, but you heard all this. B-E-F-O-R-E-H-A-N-D, period, 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 N-O-W. Baby, won't you dry your eyes, and take some disappointment from our lives.
Welcome to Multiverse version 1.28. EP phone phone, EP phone phone, EP phone phone, met phone phone.
Genitals, in the janitor, oh my genitals. I'm a janitor, oh my genitals, in the janitor, oh my genitals. I'm a janitor, oh my genitals, in the janitor, oh my genitals.
There's some suburban lawns for you.
Version 1.28. It's me again, Margaret. E-H-E-H-E-H-E-H-E. Hello, is this M-A-R-G-A-R-E-D, period, 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 U-N. It's me again, Margaret. E-H-E-H-E-H-E-H-E. Hello, is this M-A-R-G-A-R-E-D, period, period, U-N. Welcome to Multiverse version